Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Turtra from CZT Ria Matheussen. Oh, it's a gorgeous tangle. And as Ria says in the write-up on tangle patterns, and that link is in the description section of the video here. It's not as easy as it first looks, and yep, she was right, because I looked at it going, oh, that's just gorgeous. So I'm going to try it, and then as I was trying it, I was going to do it for our regular Thursday tangle time, and I was like, oh, well, now, and I hadn't read this yet. I read it afterwards. I'm like, this is more for Tough Tangle Tuesday. So that's what we did today. So at the time of this recording, it's Tuesday. We had fun with it. It wasn't as brain hurting as some of the other tough tangles that we have done. So that was nice. And once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it. Okay, so let's get started. Starts off, I'm going to do this on an angle. All right, so this starts off with a curve line. Now, one of the things that I did, and Ria, if you ever watch this, I took some, well, not liberties. I needed to separate out some of the steps that you have, and it's really nice. And I see, though, kind of after the fact, why you have them that way. But there was a number of them that were kind of, my opinion, grouped together. So I needed to separate things for me so I could figure it out. And so I hope it helps. I always do my own version of the step out because that's what we were kind of taught to do. And so I put my version separating everything out. So if that helps you, great. Know that you could, there's probably other ways to do it as well. So I started off with just a curve line. And then from this top here, it's going to be kind of an S shape that goes into a spiral. So a little dip in and then around and into a spiral. Then from the bottom here, another S shape. From this tip back here, so we're not going over any lines. Okay. Then from here, I'm going to use the takeoff and land concept and trace over this a little bit. And I'm going to just have it kind of go off the page here, and I'm going to take that one as well. Just because I wanted to. When we did it on our sessions, one of the things that Mom did was she kind of put them both together so that they merged together, and it looked really, really neat on what she did. Okay, then also in the middle of this leaf shape, just a little wispy line. Could put a line ... That's what I did on mine because I love it. Okay, so that takes us essentially, at least on my version of the step outs, to step 5. And really, this is we'll call it the fragment. This is the tangle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grow it, just like any other organic. And we're going to have the spiral go to the opposite side. Now, one of the things I decided to do on this, because we have basically this curly Q shape, which includes this part, and then the C shape. So I decided I wanted to have the curly Q first, or the spiral, I should say. And you could put whatever flair that you want on that as well. So I did that first because I wanted to be able to have that where I wanted it, and then place the C shape afterwards. Then from there, we're going to come down and essentially aura the spiral. So coming back to that line there. And then, just like here, we're going to add the leaf. underneath. Sometimes I get a nice little S shape and sometimes I don't. Try not to worry about it. And then add that in. So essentially what we have is, except for, so on the first one, we did the C shape first, and then the spiral was hanging down and underneath. The ones after this, it's all opposite, but but you get the idea. All right, so then we would just continue, and so coming from this side, and so let me show you how you could do this essentially in one step, some of it. So this would be one, and then, let me move that down. From here, curve line coming up to a point and then coming down and around and like that. So you can do it in one step, and that might have been what Ria had done, and so it makes sense. That's why it was showing like here, because you could go like that in one step. Up to you. All right. and do you love how well, at least it's consistently larger. All right, so then let's put the leaf shape. We'll do a nice big one here. Since if we're going for it, let's just go for it, right? Okay, and then the little line. And that's it. And so you just grow it however you want. Now, I'll show you in a moment what I did for mine. They're not completely finished, but they're good enough that I'm happy to show them. But let's look at some shading ideas. So one thing is, because this kind of tucks in underneath this line, let's put some graphite there. And because it was Tangle time today, I have a pile of or not Tangle time, Tough Tangle Tuesday, either one. I end up with a pile of pens, and we're just going to bring it out with the tortillon. This I don't want to bring it out too far because it's small, and I might want to do some at the tip just because. I think I shall. Oh, that looks neat. Okay, so just a little bit of graphite on those tips. And if you are interested in seeing what we did on this session, when you're at the description section, make sure to click on the link to my website and subscribe to my blog, because when I get this done and sent out, that's where I post it. So you will see the replays are in there. Actually, a link to this video, as well as the screenshots that we took, individual pictures that I either get from our Facebook community or that they have sent in to me, just in the gallery. It's just nice to see close up, because screenshot is a screenshot. All right, here's something else. Even after I've done the shading, some other things. We're gonna use the rounding technique right here. I almost forgot. I'm like, it looks so nice when we were playing with that. And you'll notice in Ria's sample, she has done that. She's added some rounding. And rounding is just, let's see, I can do some right here. Well, that you can't barely see. Here, maybe. So you're rounding off that corner and filling it in. It's a nice tangle enhancer. And you can use it anywhere. Oh, we did that here where we, different tangle enhancer, where it's kind of rounding, or adding weight to the end of these little lines. So I'm just kind of going on one side, similar to the rounding, just adding a little bit of, as Maria and Zentangle family would say, adding a little love to that. And let's make this actually rounding. Okay. And you can do that, wherever you feel like it. It's just nice. Okay, also, you could, if you want to, add a little weight to the top. Or, any direction you choose. but I sometimes will just trace over a little bit using the takeoff and land concept, so that way it's merging in. Look at how neat that looks. Merging in to that line. Just put one right up there. Oh, like that. And then too, we could add some shading here as well. Oh, you know, this, let's leave it a little bit distance away. I'm just going to do these two sides first. I think I can use what's left. Yep, I can. Look at it. Oh, that's neat. But let's, I don't know, it's calling me to do it here too. And just what's left on the tortillon. Oh, nice. Put a little bit in the middle. Oh, it's just neat. Actually, let's do... Oh, yeah. Where it tucks in here, too. Let's get that a little bit. Oh, and how about at the bottom, too? Kind of direct it up like just the outside sort of a little bit and going into there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So neat. So neat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hold on a minute. Well, you know what? Click the like button now. And if you liked it enough to see more, click on the subscribe button. I want to grab these tiles here because I almost forgot. I got so excited and enamored with this. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to share with you. So like I said, these are, you know, kind of in process, but they're done enough to share. Let me pull back my camera a bit. So on a tan Zentangle, you know, it was so fun because it's like, I don't know where I'm going to take it, but I just kept kind of going this way and just let it go wherever. And then also, if you look at Ria's sample, she added what looks like hollis, so you could think about it as hollis or as muka fronds, or you know, or leaves. But Maria's style versus Rick's style. And so I tried to do that, but it was way too thick. Which one did I start? I don't remember which one I started with, because this is just between us. Because I like to share these kind of course corrections with you, and that there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle and what you might do. I think it was this one. It was just like, okay, well, that looks really, So I'm like, oh, fix it easy. We'll just put, we call this fancy fescue. But like the opus tangle, you know, that you actually start with the fescue first and then, you know, go around it. This was backwards, but it didn't matter. And so when you do something like that, you just add a couple more, and then it's like you wouldn't have known if I hadn't told you. And then added some zinger to it, some color, some shading, just messing around. It was a lot of fun. And then, so this was our AM session, our PM session. I always do 2 sessions. This is what Mom was doing, was like this, just kind of tying them together like that. And so this was our PM session. Like I said, I always do 2 sessions. These are free classes that I do. Tough Tangle Tuesday is once a month on the 3rd Tuesday. Every Thursday, I should say. That was Tuesday. On every Thursday, we do Tangle Time, where I try to avoid tangles that are a little tougher and save them for Tough Tangle Tuesday. Every once in a while, one will catch me. But anyway, so similar idea. This time I you know, doing it on a gray tile, and I colored in the leaf parts first, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest, but and then use some gray microns, the 2 new colors of gray, or, you know, the darker and the lighter, to have fun. So anyway, really, really, really neat. It was so much fun, and it was nice to just be able to figure this one out to the point of, oh, yeah. Oh, I can do that. All right, that's good. That's the aim of Tough Tangle Tuesday. That's the aim of Tangle Time, period, is just to, you know, play with tangles, you know, have fun with them, and, you know, well, if you want to add it to your repertoire of of tangles, then great. And sometimes people say, yep, that was interesting, not doing it again. And that's okay too, because we all have different tangles and things that we like. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this again. Click like, subscribe, share, leave comments, all of that. And I appreciate any and all of those activities, as my understanding is it helps the algorithm. So, at least today, that's what I've heard. So sometimes I think they change it. I don't know. But I appreciate that. And also checking out the description section. If you want to join us for this kind of fun, the information is on my website. You'll see a link there in the big menu for classes/sessions. There are ways to follow me. So like I'm on Eventbrite and meetup.com. If you happen to be on those platforms, they're free. You can sign up, for an account. Doesn't cost you anything. And you can just follow me if you wish. Also on Facebook, so I have a link to my page so you can follow me there. I mentioned the website already. I didn't mention our Tangle Addicts community, but I didn't mention that there's a link in the description. So if you would like to join us for the conversation and for a nice, comfortable, safe place to share your work and just really enjoy the Zentangle experience, we would love to have you. There are 4 questions that you need to answer in order to gain entry, just so you know. And I think that's it. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.